Hello, I'm Don Hammock, the Sports Information Director here at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Bulldog Blitz. It's a happy blitz here from ALMA Memorial Stadium. The Bulldogs beat East Central 27-3. It's a big man night of football. After we talk with Coach Jack Wright, we'll talk with offensive lineman Jeremiah Keyhea, defensive lineman Jonathan Davis. Later on, we'll introduce you to defensive back Willie Breland from right here in Wiggins, and when we play 10 questions. And then Coach Owen Miller will introduce us to his 2025-26 men's basketball team. Stick around. Here on the field with head coach Jack Wright. Jack, 27-3 win. That's got to feel good for you guys.
A win, at home, in front of our home crowd, we'll always take that. Well, it doesn't matter really how we got to the end result. We're always going to take the win.
Let's talk about the defense because they only allowed 3 points tonight. What did you see out of them tonight?
Just hung in there. East Central moved the ball a little bit between, the 30s some, but we really tightened down when they got to the red zone. That's the best thing that I saw, just those red zone stops. We've been emphasizing that. In college football today, people are going to move the football. There's too many good quarterbacks and receivers. You're going to give up some yardage, but you've got to play really well in critical moments, third down and in the red zone. I think we did that.
Yeah, they weren't able to run the ball, and that always makes it hard. They wound up with 10 net yards rushing, so that always makes it difficult.
Right.
You got some turnovers late, which is always good to see too.
Right. Turnovers are game changers. Any division game, those are going to be big moments when you can get a turnover. But offensively, you got to capitalize on that. I think we did that tonight.
Yeah, Shadrack Tootle and Christian Bingham had big picks there in the fourth quarter for you to kind of help seal things up. I had Jeremiah Keyhea here, the interview before. It would be after yours, but I told him 295 yards rushing, and he got a smile on his face. I know that puts a smile on your face, too.
That's a big night rushing, really led by Allen and Elijah, running the football hard. But when you have two backs that are producing, that's kind of indicative of the work the O-line's doing. So really proud of that group. They're an older group. They're a physical group. They come to work every single day. Coach Rich is doing a great job keeping those guys focused. And, they're working hard in the weight room. They're working hard in the film room. It's not just practice. It's not just games. Just a really good all-around group. We haven't talked about them enough this year. We've got a really good group up front.
I know the first drive, I think maybe you threw it one time. You ran it every other play. I thought that set the tone for the evening.
It did. You kind of get a feel for what might work early in the game. And, when you're getting a little push and gaining some yardage in the run game, it's hard to get away from, Don. You think you owe it to your team to stick with that and just continue to get first downs. You keep the defense off the field. You take the pressure off the quarterback. It's good for everybody.
Talk a little bit about Allen and Elijah. And, they're kind of salt and pepper. There's speed and shiftiness and just brute force.
Yeah, they find ways to break tackles. And it seems like every run for them is unique. Allen, of course, kind of spins in and out of things. He's a little bit more of a slasher, but he's physical too. Elijah's a guy that's going to lower his shoulder pads, lower his helmet, run through you, but he's not slow and he's not stiff. He is shifty too, so just a really good combination. We know we've got some talent in that room. We've got other backs that can play too, but those two have a little bit of separation at the top of the depth chart right now, and they're getting most of the touches.
I don't think you were quite as explosive as you have been in previous games, but you got Royale on a 39-yard touchdown pass that's really kind of opened things up.
Yeah, you kind of play into what the defense gives you. If they're going to play a little soft coverage and keep a guy deep in the middle of the field, you've got to run the ball some. And you're right, they did make it tough to throw the ball down the field. We did try them a couple of times, but, Landon's aggressive. We like to play aggressive. We would like to take some more shots down the field, but I think tonight, with the look we were seeing, patience was the name of the game.
You're 6-0. What does that mean?
I'd rather be 6-0 than any other record for sure. But I think everybody at the game, everybody in our building knows there's things we got to continue to improve on. We're smart enough to look down the road at the schedule and know there's some high quality opponents. So we can't relax, we can't rest. We're in the South. We got to come to work every week.
And you got to come to work next week because Colin's going to be a load. What do you know about them? I know you probably got to watch some tape of them because they played East Central last.
I really didn't look ahead too much. I just know, just from reading reports and just every now and then, they've got a lot of talent. And they've got a coaching staff, even though they're a new head coach, those guys, for the most part, have been in place for a long time, and they know the league. They know how to prepare their team. So you're right, we've got our hands full.
Get them here. I know that always makes a difference to be playing on your home field.
Yep, it does. Sure does. I would rather play them here than anywhere else.
All right, congratulations, Jack.
Thank you.
Here on the field with offensive lineman Jeremiah Keyhea from Laurel. Jeremiah, I just was talking with you about the stats.
Yes, sir.
295 yards rushing.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure that makes an offensive lineman happy.
And it makes an offensive lineman smile from here to there. My guys, we get in here day in, day out, put that work in. We go to war with my brothers every day. It just made me happy to see that it all turned out well.
Was that something y'all were trying to do this week, establish a run like that?
Yes, sir. Always wanting to establish the run, get them afraid of the run, and keep on pounding. Yes, sir.
What does it feel like when you get the line moving like that?
Oh, it's a rhythm. Once we get started, it's hard to stop us. We get the click and everybody goes on the same speed, and it's fun. It's hard to stop us when we get a rhythm.
Your main two running backs, Allen Woods and Elijah Jones-Crosby, are kind of two different guys. Allen's smaller, more shifty. Elijah's a load coming at you.
Yes, sir.
What do you see out of Allen when he's running?
We call him Sonic and Knuckles. We got Alec. He's Sonic. He comes out, he give you a burst of speed, gonna run it hard. You got Knuckles 10 in the backfield. He comes, he gonna give you that punch. He gonna hit you in your face. He gonna run just straight at you.
Passing game was pretty good too, 229 yards passing,
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
that's always just gravy on a night
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Love, got a quarterback back there, one I never seen before. Nothing like him, Coach. Nothing like him.
And you got another good night for the Regulators, only gave up 3 points. I
Yes,
know
sir.
that's got to be fun for y'all to watch them play.
I love my team, man. Love to see everybody come together as one, clicking on all the cylinders. Just love to have a good time out here.
What does it mean to be 6-0 and on top of the division?
Best feeling in the world. We ain't done, though. We got a lot more to go. 6-0 don't mean nothing. We want to know now.
Next week's a big week. Colin, what do you know about them?
They're a hard team. They're another good team we got to face, so we got to come in, get back Sunday, and put the work in.
Laurel's finest, Jeremiah Keyhea.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. We're here with sophomore defensive lineman Jonathan Davis. Jonathan from Oma, Mississippi. Tonight was a night y'all were able to get in the backfield and cause a lot of damage. How'd that feel tonight?
Felt great, man. We had a really good game plan thanks to the coaches, and they just showed us where to be and how to get there.
What's kind of key for you guys to get back there, get some penetration?
Well, it's all with Coach Smith. He gives us a very good game plan on how to, because he watched film more than all of us combined. So he just tell us what to do, and if we just listen to him, results like that happen.
You give up 3 points, no touchdowns tonight. That's always got to be a big thing for a defense for the Regulators, right?
Yes, sir. Every week we have a goal to get the saw. We bring the saw out. If we don't meet the goal the previous week, so last week we didn't meet it. That's why we didn't bring the saw out tonight. But I think tonight we got it.
The famous chainsaw that comes out, and that's a reward for a good defensive effort.
Yes, sir.
What were y'all expecting from East Central tonight?
We was expecting them to run the ball a lot, but obviously we stopped that. And so they had to play our game. They had to pass the ball, and that's what we was waiting on.
They wound up with 10 yards rushing, so you obviously got the run stopped.
Yes, sir.
What'd you see out of your offense tonight?
I saw people, they were just hungry. They was already mad because last year we lost. That stuck with us. And, we just came out here ready to dominate, and that's what we did. That was the game plan.
What does it feel like to be 6-0?
Feels great.
What about next week? You got Colin.
This going to be a pretty good game, but I already know we're going to win. So the game, God already got it in motion for us, so we got it.
All right. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Torian Davis had the J.W. Puckett Construction big hit of the game against East Central when he finished off this team tackle. J.W. Puckett Construction are pioneers of construction excellence with a legacy dating back to 1969. Go to jwpuckettconstruction.com.
Hotty toddy is our cheer, but what does it mean? It's hey, nice to meet you, or good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag a little. Hotty toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty toddy, y'all.
Let's meet defensive back Willie Breland. We'll play 10 questions with the Wiggins native.
I'm Willie Breland, and I'm from Wiggins, Mississippi. Grew up around this area. You know, I grew up really coming to these games, and I wouldn't be surprised if I took the most steps on this field. Like, I grew up playing on the field, like from rec ball to all the way from middle school to high school, and now I'm still playing here. So I grew up, you know, being hard coached and well parented by my parents, you know, and I'm here. So I started playing when I was 7 or 8, so I think I've been playing for 11 or 12 years. So it's just, I'm happy to be here and still playing, grateful. I started out playing quarterback, so I was into quarterback, and I was getting hit a lot, couldn't really throw it for real, so I figured I just wanted to play defense and hit people. So I like being physical and playing, you know, when I play football, so I love it. I love football because of the aggressiveness to it. Like, I feel like this is the only sport where you can really be like aggressive in life, you know, and I just love everything that come with it. Oh, Coach McDougal, he's a character for real, but he's a very honest person, you know, you can trust him. Last year he told me to just trust the process. I had to, you know, stick to his plan, and I did that, and now I'm here, you know. My favorite athlete is LeBron James. I gotta go LeBron, he's the king. A lot of people would say Michael Jordan, but I gotta go with LeBron because I grew up watching LeBron. I didn't really watch Michael Jordan, so he's my legend, my king. My favorite musical artist would be probably Young Thug. You know, I just really like the way he helped a lot of people out when he came up. Like, he's coming up and bringing people up with him. So, and you really don't ever hear what he's saying, but I like the way he sounds and I like his tune. So I just get in my mode and bob my head. So if I could only eat one food, it would be chicken tenders. You know, just nice and easy to eat. Just have me some cane sauce or something like that, and I'll be ready to go. Favorite superhero would be Spider-Man. You know, he's very acrobatic, and it's just like, I grew up watching Spider-Man. I don't like nobody. I mean, you know, Superman's cool, Batman's cool, but I'm going with Spider-Man. The person I would think of my Hall of Fame speech would definitely be my dad, because he pushed me so hard to be the person I am today, and when good things happen, he's not satisfied. He's ready for more, and he just keep pushing me. So I love my dad. My favorite birthday present is my truck that I have now. It's a Ford 1500, and I just love it. It's white. I'm so happy that I got it.
Alan Woods was the Ely Guild-Hardy player of the game with his performance against East Central, piling up 189 total yards and 2 touchdowns. At Ely Guild-Hardy, we create designs that stand the test of time. View our work at ElyGuildHardy.com. Coach Owen Miller is back for his 3rd season in charge of the men's basketball program here at Gulf Coast. Let's meet his 2025-26 Bulldogs.
My name's Owen Miller. I'm the head men's basketball coach here at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College in beautiful Perkinston, Mississippi. Really excited about the upcoming season. We're in our 3rd season here at Gulf Coast, and we've got some good returning players. We're really pleased with the guys we brought in, and looking forward to an exciting year here for the Bulldogs. Compared to last year, we're more athletic, we're faster, we're bigger physically. We've got good guard play. We've got an all-region player returning in Duran Parrish at point guard. We've got some guys that will complement him. And so I think we will physically we're a lot better. And I think you'll see that throughout the season. Matt Hinton is much improved. He's a sophomore. He had an up and down year last year. Got to us with turf toe, so he missed the first 7-8 weeks. And really didn't find his rhythm until about the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season, and really played well those last 4 or 5 weeks. Had a great summer. He was here this summer in summer school with us. His body's improved. He's in much better physical condition. That's where he struggled last year, and he's getting a lot of praise and a lot of attention as it relates to four-year schools. So we look for him to have a really big year. And he's a big kid, you know. He's 6'9", 230, 35 pounds, and his body fat's reduced, and he's lighter on his feet. And I just really think that with what he's put in here since the season ended last year, I look for him to have a breakout year. Duran Parrish returns, point guard from Biloxi, was an all-region player, first-team all-region. Really quick, really strong, has a lot of experience, played in a lot of games. He's getting a lot of Division I interest, already has several Division I offers, and we expect him to be one of the top players in our region. Kari Hamilton also returns from Clinton, Mississippi. Kari had a really good year, started almost all our games last year, had some big nights offensively. Look for him to be a little more consistent on both ends of the floor, but he's really gotten stronger. He's improved in every aspect of his game. His decision making has gotten better. He shoots the ball really well, and we need him to have a big year shooting the ball as well. And one of the things that Kari's really worked on, he's a really good defensive player, but he was in foul trouble a lot last year with fouls simply because he was a little bit out of position. So he's already shown us that he's made big strides there, and a lot of that comes through film work, and he spent a lot of time watching film, and he's much improved as well. Avon Wilson's also another returner. He's a third-year sophomore. We redshirted him his first year from Bay High School. Avon is super athletic. He's really improved his shooting. He's shooting the ball really well right now in practice. We chart all their shots, and he's one of our best three-point shooters right now. Avon has really improved taking care of the ball, making better decisions, but he's got a big motor. He's a high-energy guy. He's taken on a leadership role. He's a third year like we talked about in our program, and we look for him. And he played a lot of minutes last year, so we look for him to have a really good year as well. Freshmen, we'll start with our in-staters first. Maddox Noblet, kid out of Ocean Springs, really athletic kid. His grandfather's in the Hall of Fame here. He played here. Maddox was a dandy dozen in the state of Mississippi. He's kind of a combo guard, can play on and off the ball. And he's shown some really good things early. King George. King is from Olive Branch, 6'4" kid. Both him and Maddox have already put on about 12 pounds. So we've already seen their bodies change. They were here this summer. Maddox wasn't, King was. But they've done a great job in the weight room. But King is kind of he's kind of a throwback player. He can play all over the floor. He plays extremely hard. He's super athletic. His jump shot is improving, but he can really score around the rim. He's really good defensively. Came out of a great program at Olive Branch, played for a couple state championships, and he's really blossomed so far. Cladarius Ross goes by Duke. He's a freshman from Pascagoula. We redshirted him last year. He's 6'2", about 185, 90 pounds. He's a big, strong kid. He had a really good year last year in his redshirt year. Much improved, can play multiple positions on the perimeter, and he's going to really help us. DeKeith Quinn. DeKeith is from Picayune High School. DeKeith will get his cast off tomorrow, which will be the 24th. Today's the 23rd of September. He broke his foot the first week of practice. We really like him. He's kind of a jack of all trades. He can play around the basket. He can play out on the floor. He plays a lot bigger than he is, and he really fits into our style. Out-of-state freshman, we'll start with Smoke Dwight. Smoke's from Crisp County, Georgia, South Georgia. He's 6'6", left-handed, plays on the perimeter, really athletic. Can really finish around the rim. Is a good three-point shooter. Really fits what we do, can really fly. I think the fans are going to really like watching him. We throw a lot of lobs to him, and he's got a huge upside. He's got to get stronger, which he's doing. He's put on a couple pounds, but he's got to continue to gain weight. Jerron Lamelli from Langston Hughes High School in Atlanta. 6'7" kid, about 210 pounds. Can play inside, can play outside. He's a unique passer at his size. He can really pass the ball. His high school team got beat in the state semifinal in the largest classification in Georgia. He played on an excellent high school team, and he's really physical. Probably our best offensive rebounder right now. Can score in the post, can shoot the three. He's got to continue to work on his stroke and his three-point shooting, but he's a capable three-point shooter. Kehlani Stone out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 6'7" kid, got great length, and also can play inside and out. He is a better three-point shooter than we anticipated. He's shooting right now in our practices 44%, and he's more of a post player. But he can play out on the floor as well. He's a great spot-up shooter, good rebounder, and has a really good skill set, can also pass. So he's going to give us something different at that spot. When you've got a guy that can post, and then he's a very capable three-point shooter, it really adds to what you do offensively. Well, the conference is new. You know, last year, in our second year, a majority of the teams returned a lot of guys. This year, with the exception of one or two places, everybody's rosters turned over. So, you know, it's kind of hard to say. I think that we had a JUCO Trail event in here, and the teams that were here were obviously new. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know, out-of-staters, it's kind of hard to tell what people got because we all go a lot of different ways recruiting out-of-staters. In-staters, you kind of have a good feel. I think our state last year, as it relates to in-state kids that are now freshmen, was not great in-state. I thought there were some good players, but as far as having, you know, 15 to 20 guys that everybody was after, it wasn't that way. So it's wide open, I think, especially with all the turnover in rosters. So, you know, we're all fighting for those top spots to get into the region tournament there. Keith Wyndham returns with his third year with us. He was here when I got here. We kept him. He's done a fantastic job. And then we added Chris Moody. Chris is from Bay St. Louis. He played at Meridian Junior College, then went on and played at William Carey. Just completed his master's at William Carey. So he's in his first season here, and he's been fantastic. For a guy his age, he's very confident on the floor. He has good rapport with the players, and he's done so well, we give him an end in our breakdown stuff, and he's really taken that on, and I think he's going to be a rising star in our profession.
Thank you for joining us for Bulldog Blitz. We'll be back next week after a game against Colin here at AL May Memorial Stadium. We'll see you then.